Well, we can do it manually. Maybe that's what we'll do. Yeah, I agree. This is the power company's problem. That's okay. I don't know why this is happening. Let me see if I can tell it to shut up. Tell it to knock it off. See if I can do that. We got important stuff to do today. Important things. Let's see here. Let's see. So much stuff to do. Do. Well, we might just do it manually. Might be easier. Do. Determination! I am filled with determination. Ghost, how are you getting on with the Deltarune chapters? I have not even had time to start my replay yet. So I am curious. I am curious how people are doing with Deltarune. I'm curious how people are doing with Expedition 33 and Night Rain. It's amazing! Are you just doing Deltarune, or did you like start over from Undertale? Halfway through chapter 3, nice. Are you doing a blind playthrough first, or are you like looking at the routes to figure out what you want to do? Which thing you doing? Because there are so many options. So many options. This looks right. Good. Cool. This is good. What was that? That was weird. Oh, that's exciting. What is happening? What? I was also informed of terrible news. Terrible news! Trying to do a pacifist. Nice. What are the terrible news? That doesn't sound good. I hate when news is terrible. That's like my least favorite part of news. No! All right. Be careful about spoilers, because people do care about that game a lot. I understand. It is a good game. Something happens that, sus. Very sus of you. Very, very sus of you. That's what I'll say about that. Yeah, that looks good. Let's see. Is this doing anything? Nope. All right, we'll deal with you later. I won't tell. Yeah, Cassie is in charge. Cassie is in charge. Cool. All right. Well, we're going to be managing sound independently, it seems. But anyway, let's get back to the point. This is June. June, our theme for June is obviously love. That is what we experienced last week in the game Click Holding, where it was a story of a lonely man just trying to find love. And in the end, with his coconut face and his bulging eyes and his bony nose bridge and eye sockets, did he find love? Probably not. It didn't seem like he found love. Did not seem like he found love. But we continue to search. The search for love goes on. And so we'll be bringing a game that is kind of one of my favorites. It's an unhinged dating simulator called Pixel Puzzle Makeout League. I love this game. He found love with a shotgun. Yeah, he made out with that shotgun, kinda. That's kind of what happened, right? I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So this is the same theme, slightly different vibes, very slightly different vibes out of this one than the other one. But the theme is, you know, totally identical. I don't see how you could see any difference between this and the other stuff. So we're going to be playing. Oh, I love Doki Doki. Doki Doki's a classic. It's, you know, it's the OG misleading premise of a game. But yeah, we'll be playing Pixel Puzzle Makeout League. This is not Doki Doki. It is what it says on the tin, but it's very funny. So I hope everybody enjoys. Let's get it booted up here. Let's turn this on. Ah, yes. Pixel Puzzle Makeout League. A glorious game. I'm not gonna say a bunch about this. We're just gonna play. We're gonna play. We're gonna have fun. As you can see, we've got this lovely heart because we are searching for love. And love we will find. It's gonna be great. It's a beautiful day. For justice? Oh, who is this lady? Sorry, did I get that right? Ah, her name's Pixel Girl. She's a superhero in training. You can tell from the cape. That's how you know. Some can fly, others can run with super speed, but Pixel Girl has been bestowed with the power of pixel puzzle solving. This is extremely important. There is no greater skill on this earth. Totally incredible? I think so. I think so. To her, everything looks like a magical series of squares and numbers, which would terrify some people, especially right before exams. She's lame. Don't tell her that. She's not supposed to know. Look, she's very excited. She's going to Coffee Pals. There's a sale at Mr. Foot. Aren't you interested in Mr. Foot? Like that tree and those babies, or the cute barista at Coffee Pals. Uh-oh. Out of all the superpowers, this is a good one. Life is just one big pixel puzzle, Ghost. You have to understand that. You might be wondering, what exactly is the power of pixel puzzle solving? Well, it's completely obvious. Isn't it? I think so. All right, to be honest, she's still figuring it out. They can't seem to be used in any practical sense. But she's on board. I'm gonna lose it. She wants to be a hero. She's a little lame right now. She kind of sucks right now. But we're gonna get it figured out. No need to get existential. The puzzle powers are just another puzzle to solve. And it's a fake it till you make it situation. If she keeps acting like a hero, she's clearly going to become one. I think that's what makes sense. Ghost is already going to crash out in his 30 seconds. And what do you mean? I don't understand. Look, this girl clearly has it together. She knows what's going on with her life, and she is not some sort of punching bag for the universe to drop all of their various wrestling moves on. Sound alerts are offline. No! They're not supposed to be. Is this, let me see, is this our good friend Sound Alert itself? So what's going on? My superhero agenda today. Let's see. Let's see if Sound Alerts are having a problem. They shouldn't be offline, but I would believe you if they were, given what I'm seeing. Yeah, this is going to be an important one. My browser source is offline. It definitely isn't. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Where are the sound alerts? Sound alerts. We're gonna fix this because I think we're gonna want sound alerts for this one. Let me check out studio mode quick. Here is sound alerts. Right here. Okay. And over here, there's sound alerts. Let's try turning it off and on again. That's not correct. Let's see if we can get a new setting for the source. Do. We're gonna grab it. Where are you? Do. Copy. Throw that in here. Say okay. Off and on again. See if that helped. My alerts. This might be a... I think this is a sound alert problem. Sorry, folks. No! It's right here. Let's see if we can refresh. And that helps. Nope. I think it's sound alerts. All right. I'll do a one-off for you. What were you trying to play? I'll go the old manual. In fact, I don't even need to ask. Why am I asking? Why am I asking? I know exactly what you were trying to play. Right here. There you go. I will emulate as needed. Let's pop this over here because we're going to want it. Yeah! Exactly. All right. What is on my superhero agenda today? Let's figure it out. Drum roll, please. Today's heroic feat of superheroism is super relaxation. We're going to chill out. We're going to have an easy day, everybody. That's one of the important things about being a superhero is knowing when to take time off. See, even heroes get days off. That's what you got to know. It's important that you remember that. Remember that. Exactly. Self-care is critical. Oh, she's going shoe shopping. That sounds so exciting. Yeah, yay. Yay. Don't worry. It's not going to turn into some mid-2000s women be shopping gag. At least she knew that that would be uncomfortable. What is up with her face? Why does she look like that? Hero training has done a number on my sneakers, and I need a new pair like yesterday. That's fair. That's true. All right. On my other days off, I'll spend maybe 7, 8, or 13 hours finding puzzle solutions. That's a lot of training. I guess that's good. That seems good. Seems good, right? I assume so. Yeah, sure, totally. It makes me wonder, could there be more to life than just solving pixel puzzles? No. Superheroism is the next level of heroin. Or Undyne got caught on something. I don't know. This could be. Probably not. Time to go shopping. Oh, look how exciting this shoe is. Can you believe? Oh, it sparkles. So many sneakers. Is this not how you feel the minute that you lay your eyes on a shoe? I bet it is. In fact, I'm certain that is exactly how everyone feels. Chunk Taylors! I don't even know what fake shoe they're referencing. What fake shoe is this? Alright. Chub. Spikes! Bear Jordans! I know that one. I know that one. What's so darn alluring about the smooth curves on a pair of new sneakers? I want them all. Oh no, she is shoe sexual. I didn't know that that's where this was going. Oh, that reminds me. I have to change my settings. We're no longer worried about violence, so we can turn that off. I don't think there's going to be a bunch of violence in this game. I could be wrong. What do you think? Goonie reference. Ah, the Goonies. Too bad this superhero side gig doesn't pay that well. Well, that sucks. Or at all, really. Heroes need paid. Someday, all heroes will get that sweet, sweet government funding. I like how there's, like, the heart has a little fart every time you click. See? It's got a heart fart. This would be a good time for a fart reverb. Let me get that handled for you. Here, I'll make sure that we do that. Right? Where'd you go, bud? We need this, right? Now, there we go. Nothing too frivolous. All right. Ooh, that pair comes in purple. Cassie, remind you of anybody? There's something about this design, the craftsmanship. The smell of rubber gives me a funny feel. Oh no, she's into latex. Oh no. Oh no, this turned into a kink fast. Superheroing in progress. Oh my god. What is happening? She's gooning! She's gooning! Help! Help! This was non-consensual puzzling. Help! Please help. Even on my day off, I can't turn off my prestigious powers. Is that what you call it? Is that what you call it? What? Oh no! Something happened. Someone's behind me. Bang! Pop and or hiss. What is happening? A gas grenade? I need to contact the others? What others? But what are the others? I'm getting dizzy. Oh no, she's being gassed. You could just move. She could just move, right? I'm not crazy. She could go anywhere at any time. She could just leave. Is there a reason she's not just, leaving? She could leave, right? Any? Is she gonna leave? I don't understand. What's happening? Okay then. So much smoke, she's doing nothing. Well, that got non-consensual real fast. There's more lame people? She can only 8 pixels per second. Oh, that's rough. What a puzzling conundrum. All right, are we gonna be unconscious and puzzle? Is that what's happening? Oh, my head. I've got a super throbbing super headache. Oh, good. What's my superpower? Painful shits. What's super about that? They're super painful. What even happened? I remember being gassed, and then... Why is it so dark? Oh no, am I blind? Russell. Folded. I've been blindfolded. Come on, Pixel Girl. Superheroes can't jump to conclusions, especially when you're bound and possibly gagged. You've got a super slow mentality, Pixel Girl. That's right. The goal is to roast Pixel Girl from this point forward. In fact, I think that deserves one of these. Here. There we go. I'd love to strike a dramatic pose to punctuate that point, but I'm tied up. See? I knew it. How am I going to get out of this one? Maybe you'll be saved by somebody. Stay calm, take a deep breath of what I assume is still toxic gas. Remember the basics. Pixel puzzles will set me free. Can you imagine being tied up in a hostage situation and like hallucinating a game of Tetris in hopes of getting out? You think that's gonna work for you? Is that the right move? I don't need a tutorial. I know how these work. I am familiar with pixel puzzles because I'm a scientist. Or worse, Sudoku. It's kind of Sudoku-y. Don't forget to enable free mode if you prefer viewer. Use logic and reasoning to solve the first few puzzles to help Pixel Girl. All right, Pixel Girl is over here. Break out of here. All right, so the way these work is this will tell you the number of pixels that are in each column and row. You need to fill them out so that you have all of them. So this is a 5x5, there's 5s everywhere, so we just fill everything out really fast. Darkness! Holy shit, it is Sudoku. It's kind of like Sudoku. It's a little, I like it better than Sudoku. But you would not be wrong to argue that it is Sudoku. It's Sudokish. The darkness. All right, so now what do we need? So the idea, Tendoku. The idea is you can occasionally guess just from the picture. So the logic starts pretty easy. 5s fill out an entire row, so those are pretty easy to figure out. So entire rows, entire columns. And then here, we know that there has to be a space between the one and the next one, so there's gonna be a dot in the center. Boop. Target! Yeah! All right, then what do we got over here? So we got some 5s, we got some 0s, so we know we don't have to fill those out. Here's a 3. So when you see things like that, what you have to do is you have to think about where the pixels could possibly be. So if it's a 3, the farthest right it could be with a single group is these, and the farthest left it could be is these, which means this is definitely going to contain a pixel. So then we can go through the rest of these. There's a 3 here, so somewhere we've got a 3. And by now you've probably figured out that it's a chair, and there's a 0 over here, so you know that there has to be 1 here. Then you know this has to be a 3. These already have 1, so they're met. It's a chair. That is the glory of Pixel Puzzle. But don't worry, we will use this to make out later. We're all going to be making out. It's going to be great. All right, we got some 0s, we got 3s and a 1. So 3 and a 1 is easy because it's a 3, a gap, and then a 1. Ah, exclamation marks. What? I'm already lost. Look, Chad, you got to pick up the pace. We're in danger here. You got to use the power of pixel puzzles. I can't believe that you can't keep up with this. We got our 5s, we got a 5 over here, then we got 4s, so we can pretty quickly see that this is going to be a staircase. This is why Cassie won't play puzzle games with me. Oh, I guess she played Blueprints with me. I guess she played some. All right, I understand that we're all under mental stress. It's okay, Ghost. I'll do this for you. There you go. You feel better? Good. So I think... All right. Are people... Does everybody follow? This is so easy. Can't y'all figure it out? I'm sure y'all got it figured out by now, right? Who's got it? I like certain types of puzzles. This is where Lab shows off his genius, and we plebeians are left behind. Now, so they turn gold when all of the constraints have been met. So the only constraints that have not been met are these 1s and this 3. So we know that there has to be 1 more pixel in each of these rows, and this has to have a 3. The constraint here is already met, so there's no more up here, and there's no more down here, which means there's only 1 spot where this column can have 3. Escape! Oh, it's an exit sign. Pretty good at word puzzles, like that one text game you played. All the answers were puns. Oh yeah, Crypt Master. That was a fun game. I liked that one. All right, what do we got here? Oh, It got more complicated. Okay, so we can start with the 10s, right? Those are nice and easy. Just do that real quick. Okay, so now we have to think. So we got a 1. This has a 1 and a 4, so this is done. Nothing left to do there. This is a 1 and 4. This is a 1 and 1 and 4. Let's see. What do we got? This is a 1 and a 5. So there's nothing here, and there's nothing here. Okay. So there could be more stuff in this area. This is a 1, a 3, and a 4, which means this has to have 3s, because that's the only way any of this fits. So we'll do... Oop. Error. Misclick. All right. So we got that. That's all good. And let's see, this is done, this is done, so we've got a 1 which needs to go right here. It's a phone. It doesn't look like a phone. Is it supposed to be an old iPhone? It's a door. I wish we had the option on stream to buzz in. Why are you being timed? Because you have to be fast, quick like a bunny. But I wish you could buzz in. This is a BlackBerry. I wish you could buzz in so that chat could loudly be wrong before the picture is revealed. That would be fun. You're all encouraged to guess incorrectly as possible what every puzzle is. So feel free to guess wrong as much as you like. All right, so this is pretty easy. We got a 10 here. This is an 8. That'll be a little more interesting. This is a 10. Cool. So this is a 1 and then a 6. This has to have a gap. This is just a 6, which means this has to fill out here. These have to be connected because there's only one group. So this will be an 8. What else do we got? We got 2 of the ones here. There's a 1 and a 4. So somewhere here is a 4. We can't eliminate anything based on that. This is a 1 and a 6. So that's good to know. If this is a 1 and a 6, if we were to move this all the way to the right, as far right as it could, then we would have at least one here and here. And if we move this all the way to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Yep. This would be covered. So these all must be valid. That's good. We've got our 1 and 1. There's a 2 and a 1 down here somewhere. We got a 5 and a 1, so these need to be connected, and this needs to be true because the first one was filled in. So all first 5 must be filled in. That's good. This is done. Still don't have enough on this one. Let's see. There's not allowed to be anything else in this row, which means that each of these needs to be the start of a group. So for the 1 and a 4, there's a 4. This is a 1 and a 4. This is a 1 and 1. There's one more over here. We will have to figure that out. It can't be here. That would be illegal. And it can't be here, and it can't be here. So this is a 1, and that's a 2. Then we've got another 1 somewhere. It can't be here. It can't be here. So it'd have to be here. And last row. What do we got? We got a 1 and a 6. Okay. It's Germany! I love that you would never have thought to say quick like a bunny before I came into your life. Oh no. All right. So this is a 6. Its second group is a 6, which means that this has to be continuous. That gets one of our 1s. This, it looks like it would be, we would need 1 down here because it can't be anywhere else. All right, let's see if it's Germany. We have already guessed Germany. Is it Germany? And then we still have a 1 that we need to do up here. I'm pretty sure it's going to be this last one of the 6. I don't think there's anywhere else it can go. Can't go here. Yep. So these are all fulfilled, so it has to be there. Oh, it's a help sign. I'm sorry, Ghost. It is not Germany, and it's not France. Oh, wait, no, maybe it says France. F-R ants. France. No, you were right. It was France. Wow. How'd you know? How'd you know? Good job. All right, we're at HQ. What does that mean? Great job solving those pixel puzzles. Yay. Would you like to hear some additional tips for solving larger puzzles? I do not care. If you want to customize your puzzle solving, make sure to open the options menu. Nope, not necessary. You can customize the hints. Oh, wow. I don't need hints. Leave me alone, game. I don't need any of your pity. Baguette! Is it a baguette? Finally, I'm free. Thank you, Pixel Puzzle Powers. I still am not clear on how that helped. I can't tell you how that helped at all. Ugh, this is a creepy little basement. What's with that one light bulb hanging down from the ceiling? It's fun and creepy that way? Okay, well, we know we gotta do this, and that's done. And there's a 1 here and here. This is a 3. And, what else do we got? There's one here. There it is. I don't know where I am. Question mark. Cool. Naked grandma! Is it a naked grandma? I love all those Family Feud outtakes. They're all pretty funny with Steve Harvey just like breaking at every single awful answer. There's something yellow. Orange! Ugh. Did some pervy architect build this place with a kidnapping scene in mind? I think she's into it, everybody. Why does she get all like blushy and why is this where she goes, right? Like, I think she kind of a freak. I'm not gonna lie. I think she kind of a freak. You fool. Why would anyone want to build an interrogation chamber of doom when they can simply rent one at an affordable price per square foot, too? No, that's not right. Maybe I'll try. Ah, screw this. Can't just beat the old classics. Oh no, evil landlords. Who's there? Where are you? It is I, none other than your nemesis, the villain and dramatic foil to that despicable puzzle league. I'm sorry, I don't think we've met. I'm kind of new to the team. How could you forget our fateful first encounter? Our destinies have been entwined ever since. Where? It's Pikachu! Last week at the Minimart. I was watching you buy your favorite strawberry bubble blast gum and you ignored me entirely. You mean that guy who was creeping in the candy aisle? That was... you? Who are you, exactly? I said I'm the villain! We just went over this! No matter, I've got you right where I want you. Outside of my trap, but still ultimately within a larger trap. That door over there is locked after all. What? Oh, we gotta solve ourselves a door. Time to door, everybody. Get ready for your doors. Bam. Honestly, the villain's a smash. Yo, he do be looking pretty fine. Ain't gonna lie, y'all. He got the drip. He do got the drip. Oh, we got some rattling. No! Oh, now we're fighting for our lives. Okay, we got some 8s. Alright, that means that the only ones that might not be filled in are the last 2. So we can take that information in. And the reason for that is because if we were all the way on the left, the 2 on the right would be empty. And if we were all the way on the right, the 2 on the left would be empty. In the middle, that tells us that these first 4 and these last 4 must be filled because they are both in a group and they're at the edge of the puzzle. So we can do the same thing over here. Cool. We can also fill out these 3s and these 2s. These things have a tendency to be symmetrical, so you can kind of cheat once you see that. And yeah, we can keep playing with the first groups. So we'll do some symmetry here. This is symmetrical, right? Yes. Cool. All right. Ah, shit. Whoops. All right, and then these have a 1, so yep. I guess we've got some weird big X thing. Blocked. Bucket of milk. Jamal, my beloved. Oh, Jamal. Why must you betray me so? Dang, he's right. This villain really did think of everything. He locked a door. Finally, the time has come where we meet face to face. Have you noticed my beautiful gold mask? Perhaps my bolo tie. It's got an emerald in the center. Did you notice that I have gold buttons? No cufflinks. Cufflinks are so passé. Long have I waited to meet you, Pixel Girl. I've been watching you since the day you joined those pitiful puzzle pedantics. We're testing plusance. The bolo tie is quite chic. It is quite chic. I also like dark dress shirt. I've always been a fan of dark dress shirt. That's always good. He's clearly had a manicure recently, nicely trimmed. But you're not like them. Put your mind to it, and you could cocoon into a truly warped warrior of twisted justice. Join me, Pixel Girl. I'll show you that villainy is the only real path to the truth. Oh, he'd be giving off a good smirk, too. And I think he's got some pomade in his hair and beard. It's shiny. I like it. This boy good. This is gonna end up non-consensual even faster. Yeah, I think so. Stand close beside me. You know, maybe just close enough for our hands to accidentally brush. Yeah, no, you called it, Ghost. It's getting awkward real fast. Now a light blush colors your cheeks. You bring your face closer to mine. And then, let's see, what comes next? Huh? Is this, yeah, what do we got going on here? Is this some kind of, is he just writing a romance novel? Is that what's going on? All right, no. 6s. Was there another 6? I thought there was another 6. Nope, maybe not. Okay. What do we know here? Oh, that's no good. Those start with 1s and end with 1s. I hate it. I hate it. This is an 8, though, so that's pretty easy. Let's see. It's a 1 and then a 7. So if we were to do that, then let's see, there are 9 here, so there could only be 2 on either side, so this is fine. That means this needs to be the 6, because this is bigger than a 1, and so it must connect down here. That's cool, we got that. This is already done. There must be a 1 in here and a 1 in here. This cannot, wait, can this go here? Let's find out. Nope. So this does not have a block here because it's got a 1 and then the next block is a 2. So this can't be filled in. This is already a 1, which means this must be the 4. It can't go any farther left, so there's 2 here. Bucket of axolotl! Yep, I'm a villain. He do be a villain. He did say that. He was going to Villain Town. This only has 1s, which means that there can't be anything adjacent to another pixel. So there can't be 1 here. So this 7 must start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's the 7. What else do we got going on here? This is a 7 somewhere. Can't solve that one yet. What else do we got going on here? This is 1s. This is a 1, 1, and a 6. Okay. This, to have 2 1s, this would have to be 1. So this must be the other one. This is a 1, and then this is a 6. Cool. Let's see. What else do we got? This is a 5. So this is definitely not filled. Okay, which is 9. So there could be 3 on either side, which means this has to be filled. That means there's nothing else in this row because we've got both of the ones here. So let's see if that helps us any. 1 1 2 1 means there needs to be one here. 1 1 2 1 1 means there needs to be one here. 1 2 1 1. Here's the 2 1 1. There could be a 1 anywhere in these 3. This is only an 8, so this has to be connected here. Okay, so this is 1 2 1 1. That means there's nothing here. Cool. Which means that this is the 4, and it goes this way, which means this is a 1. There's nothing else in this row. 4. These 2 need to be filled, and this is done. So what's left? What's not satisfied? This is not satisfied. And can there be one anywhere else? There could technically be one there. Boom. This needs a 1. This is satisfied. This is satisfied. This is not satisfied. So it could technically be here, and it could technically be here. Oh, but this is satisfied, which means the 7 must start here. Cool. That solves that problem. So we got our 1 and 1 here, 1 1 1 here. That means that this is the last of the 8, which means that these go, which means that's the 6. There we go. Cards. Cards was the answer. It is not bucket of axolotl. Good guess, but not what we were going for. Just a little more. All right. What do we say, everybody? Do we ask if they're index cards? What part of that looks like cards? Or do we admit that it's getting creepy? Now, if we admit it's getting creepy, she is pushing those kinky feelings way down. We know she's into him. I'm just saying. Boundaries. We're all right. Cards. Ooh, we got a split vote. Boundaries or cards? I don't know. All right. Here, I know what to do. We're gonna flip a coin. Heads is boundaries. Tails is cards. I am flipping the coin. Heads. We are going with boundaries. This is getting creepy. I thought it was bad enough to be tied up and blindfolded. Did you? Did you, though? But now I kind of wish I was back there again. I don't know if we're setting boundaries, Cassie. I'm not creepy. You'll like me once you get to know me. Oh, he's an incel. I understand now. We have lots of time to get to know each other since you're never escaping my clutches. I knew it. Wait, was that creepy? What was that last part? With the brushing and the blushing. Nothing at all important. Just forget about it entirely. Forget this monologuing. I'll just leave you locked in here until you show me some respect. I was a little frightened, but honestly now I'm just embarrassed. No! Go back to being afraid! You will join me by choice or by force. You're all on your own. What can you hope to do alone? You're never alone when you have puzzles. Hello? Anyone? 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 Was that supposed to be heroic chess? I understand his meaning crystal clear. You see, Sudoku, his metaphor, though muddled, is meant to suggest that while one may be alone, The very puzzle of identity means that we can never truly understand ourselves. In that way, even when you are by yourself, you aren't alone. We as individuals are all made up of further individual pieces. Yeah! You sure put words into sentences there, crossword! I don't know what you said, but that's definitely not what I meant. Sorry, villain. The cavalry has arrived. Sudoku and fucking crossword 2. This game is crazy. I love this game. There's no time to think things through once. The Puzzle League figures things out! We tried searching the warehouse, but the villain was already fled. This villain had no minions, no ray guns, and no real concrete plan to try and defeat the Puzzle League. I thought that was the last we'd see of him. What we couldn't figure out at the time was that the Puzzle League's real battle had only begun. Had only begun. Had only begun. Did I just see a little personified puzzle piece? Oh, that's Pycea. She's the best. You'll love Pycea. Later. Do you have a puzzle that can't be solved? A conundrum eating away at your soul? Did your grandfather leave you a mysterious treasure in his will? Ever had your cat disappear into the ether? Oh no! Your ride to the airport bailed on you at the last minute. If you need help finding help when there's no one left to help, then help yourself to help from the Puzzle League. Our members are experts in the mystical puzzle arts. Each of us has been granted a divine gift by the powers above. Meet Crossword, rarely cross but always full of words. Is that a camera? Crossword knows all. Looking to learn some extra SAT vocabulary? He's your man. I'm not a thesaurus. Oh, moving on. This is Sudoku, an all-powerful number magician. If you could pierce through her overly rational, prickly exterior, you'd find surely the equations to laws that govern our very universe. E equals MC squared. And all those other ones. This is stupid. And her thousand-eyed demon stare would leave even the most hardened barbarian with a soaking loincloth. This feels... That feels like a fetish again. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Or... I just feel like every time I stumble on a line, now and then, I need to stop. Don't say loincloth. She has a point. Or soaking. For matters of the heart, I'll introduce Pycea? Hey, P, how do you pronounce your name? Yeah, that's totally it. Uh-huh. The beautiful Pycea can put anything back together again. Your mother's prized vase, the homework your dog ate, even a broken heart. And then there's me, Chess. I'm the chess master of this team and grand strategist behind the scenes. I can lead any army and win any war as long as I'm on the side of justice. Call us sometime. We can be summoned from our secret HQ that is definitely, purposefully placed in the warehouse district for strategic reasons. Not just because it was all we can afford. Oh, and if we're not in the lair, be sure to check out Snapplebee's on Main Street. Justice may never sleep, but evil will occasionally get a short reprieve while we enjoy half-priced appetizers. Who knew I had such powers of cinematography hidden inside me? I don't know. I think that was a banger commercial, y'all. I think that was pretty good. I think I'm gonna ask him to do a short for my stream to promote it. Seems like the right move. Can you believe I filmed that promo video in a single take? That was the longest commercial I've ever seen. Thank you! Ugh. Sorry you were left out, Pixel Girl. I shot this right before you joined the team. Don't worry, I don't mind. Seriously, it's fine. I'm afraid this commercial may not produce the results you're looking for. Thanks, Spock. I don't know any superheroes who drum up business through television adverts. Why not? Seems like a perfectly valid way to do it. Nor do I know about any other superheroes aside from ourselves, for that matter. I'm already 20 moves ahead, Crossword. From my point of view, we're already world famous. We just need to make that crucial move to put the mate in check. I don't know how I feel about that phrasing. That totally makes sense and isn't crazy at all. Pycea is the best character. I think there's gonna be a key soaking of loincloths. Nice. Did we really have to come out to the warehouse just to watch this? Look at Pycea. She thinks we can do it. She's so motivational. I need to get back home for my guild raid. This is the moment the Puzzle League enters the spotlight. Is it? I'm here in downtown Citytownopolis, where eyewitnesses say a kidnapping happened right outside of Chucky Schumacher's Shoe Emporium. Wow! We really are about to enter the spotlight. Ma'am, were you a witness to the crime? Huh? A kidnapping? Wasn't that just another of those viral marketing things for that new superhero show? Or something like that. I don't keep up with the media. Aren't those the guys who loiter around the mall in those weird puzzle outfits? Ooh, that's rough, buddy. That's a rough one. I think it's for some alternate reality game. You really will do anything for money in your 20s. That's true. You will do anything for money in your 20s. I heard it's a crazy sex thing. They call it puzzling. I don't know how they do it, but I know that they shouldn't be. You heard it here first, folks. This was just a fad called puzzling. It's a TV show, a video game, and the new vaping. What will those crazy millennials think of next? Crazy millennials with their puzzling and their vaping and their weird kinky sex. Well, that's just irresponsible journalism. What the heck was that? Local news at its finest. We should sue for slander. Can we sue for slander? You absolutely cannot sue for slander. Being a superhero is great and all, but I have to admit, what I really like best... What about libel? Definitely not. Assault! I don't think you know what those words mean. Nonsense, I've already won 12 lawsuits in my mind. Is getting to hang out with my new friends. She's blushing again. She's undressing them all with her eyes. I can tell. My least favorite part is definitely getting kidnapped, though. This has been a super eventful day. I took a nice walk, looked at some cool shoes, got kidnapped by a megalomaniac. You okay, Pixel Girl? You've got a super concerned look on your face. Sorry, Pycea. I'm just worried about that bad guy from earlier. He said he'd be watching me, and we still don't know anything about him. Have no fear, Pixel Girl. I bet Chess or Crossword will puzzle out a way to get you home safe and sound. Aw, that's so nice. Of course, we will not allow a single hair on your head to be harmed. Quit jumping ahead. Our meeting isn't done. I vote to wrap this thing up. This isn't a democracy either. I don't remember voting for you as leader. Dictators don't get voted in. Actually, in ancient Rome, dictators were individuals voted into office by the Senate to wield absolute authority in times of crisis. Nerd. After the crisis passed, the dictator would willingly give up his power. I'm not a dictator and we're not voting. You can't bake your cake and eat it too, Chess. Fine. Who wants to adjourn this meeting early? Me. Me. I suppose. Should we wrap the meeting up? I want to keep going. Let's learn more. But I wanted to keep going. Seriously? Pixel Girl, my most loyal subject. You're a queen among pawns. It's still 3-2. Fine, we will once again have it your way. We'll all go our separate ways, unprepared to face the terrifying challenges ahead. Okay. All right. 7-2. Yep, that's perfectly fills this out. So we'll do a 7 and a 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 7, 7, 7. Good. I got a 6 here, got a 4, so these two are done. Okay, let's see. We got an 8, so that would be one of these. This is a 10, so it's all the way across. This is an 8, that's a 0, that's a 6. Okay, so this is a 1, this is a 2. All right, that's good. So there's nothing more over here, which means this 8 must be here. That's a 1 and 1, 1 and 2. We're not done with this yet. This is done, which means the 6 can only start here. So that is 1, and that is 1. And this is a 1, a 1, a 1, and a 2. So this is all done. Yep. And this is done, and this is done. So this is as far right as the 6 can go, which means the other half is here, and the other half is here. Let's see what else we got. Done, 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 done. Oh, I missed this. Ha! Adjourned! And nobody guessed it was France. You missed a spot. Dear God above! Such rage from Cassie. I look away for 1 second and chat's crashing out. I'm already at home in my comfy PJs. In my head, at least. Meeting dismissed. Also be back here tomorrow. Sayonara, puzzle peeps. We shall regroup tomorrow. Guess I'd better go home. You will join me by choice or by force. Maybe I'll ask someone to walk home with me, just in case. Ooh, who do we talk to? All right. Who are we talking to? Got to figure it out. Let's see if I can get this. Yeah, let's do. Let's see. Who do we want? We want. We've got Pycia. Uh-oh. What just happened? That ain't right. Bam. We got Pycia. We got Sudoku. We got chess. And crossword. That's who the other one was. Pycia, Sudoku, chess, and crossword. Pycia, Sudoku. Oh! Looks like someone is asking for trouble. Dun 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 dun. Sudoku, chess, crossword. Is that everybody? Yes, that is everybody. Let's just add a window real quick. Call it picker. We wish to have a picker. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Now we can pick something. All right. Put that right there for a minute. Perfect. All right. Let's pick. What is it? All right. We're going to go visit Chess. Boop. Let's go say hi to Chess. Bam. And there we go. Hi, Chess. I bet Chess would keep baddies away just by strength of personality. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Oh. There we go. Aha. I ceased the talking. Right. Hey, Chess, would you mind walking me home? What? Yikes. I think he's still upset about the whole dictator thing. I'm a little nervous about going home alone. Since, you know, I was just kidnapped. And you want my help? Of course you do! Let me just calculate the fastest and most secure route back to your modest home. Modest? All done calculating? Let's go! Have no fear, Chess is here! I won't let any foul, self-described villain get within 1,760 yards of you. I already have 97 different techniques buzzing around in my head to destroy him if he tries. Not that I think he will, as he's clearly afraid of my tactical prowess. Is that what you call it? I feel like Chess is bar none the lamest one, right? Right? Like, clearly the lamest. Aw, thank you, Chess, for... Oh, what are we thanking for? All right. Is it a heart? What is this? Trash can. Kicked that one to the curb and then picked it back up because garbage people work hard too. What does that mean? Checking under that trash can? And now he's harassing that pigeon. Oh no, pigeon harassment. That's Cassie's least favorite thing. Wow, that one's aggressive. Be gone, blasted bird. You don't have to do all that, Chess. Just walk next to me. You have to understand that my powers allow me almost infinite foresight. Everywhere I look, I see opportunities for the enemy to strike. Maybe they're lying in wait around some dark corner, or hiding in the trees above, or lurking in the storm drain like a demented sewer clown. Are those your powers or just your active imagination? The line does get blurry after a while. But we're superheroes. Our powers are meant to be used to the fullest. How else can we accomplish great things? I guess. My current powers aren't exactly the greatest. I don't really get why I even have them. That's fair. For my whole life, I've been a normal, everyday girl. I've always loved the elegant beauty of pixel puzzles, but they're only brain teasers. I would never have called my skills magical. But one day I was working on some pixel puzzles at my desk when the sky opened up. Ooh, cinema. I like cinema. It's hard to explain, but there was this big light. Like the light at the end of the tunnel people see when they almost die? Then a voice spoke to me, echoing like it was coming from the back of my head. Strike down that which does not belong to this world. The next minute, the sky closed up, the voice fell silent, and suddenly, pixel puzzles could solve all my problems. The cinematic fart reverb, that's fair. Here, we gotta keep the cinema up. It might not sound true, but I believe it. I probably sound crazy. No, that's actually what happened to me too. Not quite.
Strike down that which does not belong.
But close. Really? I was also at home, staring at a difficult chess puzzle. Then the dark spaces of my chessboard became an endless void of black. They told me to
lead the heroes to the heart of darkness so that you may dispel it from this world.
But same difference, yeah? Oh no. We have to have something in common in 5 minutes or less. What do we do about it? Wow, you don't need to play with a handicap. That's true. Okay, we are clearly alternating for some reason. Oh, this is a chessboard. All right, I'm just gonna skip ahead because I know what it is now. I normally don't guess based on the picture, but sometimes it's a little obvious. Chessboard. Yay! Good job, Chess. I guess it was different for all of us. It's not about how you're granted power, it's about how you use it. And I'm gonna use my power to protect everyone. So don't worry, Pixel Girl. Everything will be okay. Wow. When you say it like that, I guess I can't help but believe in you. Oh, look at her go. She's blushing. It's getting a little damp downstairs, don't you think, Pixel Girl? Don't you think he's being a little bit cute? Isn't that true? Yes, that's what you thought. Look, you even got me to my front door without another kidnapping. Oh yeah, the bar's real high there. I'm happy to have delivered you safe and sound. Cassie, was that the bar when we started dating? Like I had to make sure you didn't get kidnapped and that's all we needed? That's how we fell in love? Thank you. I hope you don't have too far to go. Oh, I live on the other side of town. Wow. What a tryhard this guy is. Why didn't you tell me? Fear not. I'll arrive home swiftly, fueled by the knowledge of your safe arrival. All right, buddy. Calm down. Thanks, Chess. There's not a problem I can't solve. Bye, Pixel Girl. There he goes. Look at this. She's into it. Wow, he's really she is checking that ass out. And he tripped. Never mind. Should I go check on him? Probably. Oh, no, looks like he's back up and covered in blood. Now he's smiling and waving goodbye. Jeez, be careful. It's only... Yeah. When I finally go inside, my cheeks turn a little red too. Ooh. My big day off definitely could have gone better. But I guess it could have gone way worse. Yes, I was kidnapped, but I was also rescued. Come on, Pixel Girl. You need to stay positive. You're a superhero after all. Think of it this way. Today just proved that I have some really great friends. I mean, coworkers? Maybe potential friends? Or maybe something more than friends. Whoa. Jess is very energetic, but also earnest and sweet. Crossword is a cool guy who never lets anything bother him. Sudoku is standoffish, but might be hiding a serious inner cutie. And Pycea is definitely mysterious. It's like I'm the star of a quirky indie flick. Am I living in a rom-com? Guess I'll find out tomorrow. Time to tuck in and pass out. Ooh, we got to know a puzzle member. Can we go back? We can go back. What happens if he takes me home? Crossword's pretty tall. That's kind of intimidating. I'll ask him to help. Hey, Crossword, want to walk me home? Of course! I won't let our villainous adversary take advantage of you. Oh my. Don't worry, Pixel Girl. You have nothing to fear, truly. Did you know statistically you're more likely to be kidnapped by someone you know than a stranger? Oh yeah, no, this is way better. I suppose that's obvious. Most kidnapping cases don't involve force, just coercion and old-fashioned lying. Although there is, of course, the occasional outlier. For example, there was a rather unique serial abduction case in New York. Puzzle on this. Orthodox rabbis were paid by women to kidnap their husbands and force them to allow a divorce. Force a divorce, you may ask? You see, in the Jewish Orthodox tradition, women cannot divorce their husbands without receiving a 3-down Jewish religious divorce document. Get from the consulting man. What? Why are we learning about Jewish Orthodoxy? Which created an opportunistic gang of rabbis led by the prod father, named for his use of cattle prods on the husbands. What is happening? You know? Hey, Crossword? Yes? Can we maybe not talk about kidnapping anymore? This will come in handy for you later. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I was trying to comfort you when I wanted a divorce. But I suppose I got carried away. I can make perfect sense of any crossword clue, but my meanings get muddled in the real world. I've been wondering about that. What do your crossword powers actually do? Oh no, existential crisis. I'm sorry, was that rude? I'm not really sure what my pixel puzzle powers are either. Chess always talks about his powers of foresight, so I thought everyone else understood their powers better than I do. Please, do not worry. My talents would appear hidden to the untrained eye. I have the mental power of connections, to link one idea to another and another in a greater chain. I think. The power of connections. Oh, we're making connections now. 1 and a 7. Did I do that right? Yes. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I screwed that up. Well, I got it anyway, so take that. 1 and an 8 would be a full one. I'm dumb. All right, this is a 7, so there's only 1 extra, so this needs to be at least 6 long. Cool. What else do we got? This is a single. This is single, this is single, this is single, this is a single. There are some 1s down here. This is a 1 and then a 6. So this has to be the 6. Is that right? We go there. So if this were all the way over here, it would be here. Okay, if this were all the way over here, it would be here. Yep, so I got that. Cool. So this has to be part of the 6. Cool. What else do we got? This has to be part of a 6. So it could go... Well, it can't go here anymore, because we had a problem there. So these 3 have to be there. And this one has to be there. Okay. This is full now, because we've already got a pair of 1s. This has to be part of the 6. Let's see, what else is full? 1 and 1, 1 and 1, 1 and 7. 9's done. There's an extra 1. There's something around here somewhere. This is full, this is full. 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 So there could be a 1 here or here. These are both valid. What else do we got? This is the 6. There were one here. There couldn't be one there. But this is also a 1, so that's not a lot of information. This one tough. Well, these can't be it. You know that. 112, 1111. Oh, okay. So this is a 1-1. So this has to be the start of the 6 then. That's good. That's the first one. That's the next one. This is part of a 6. So, yeah. This actually has to be here. Great. So we filled that one out. We filled that one out. We filled this one out. We got this one. This is not, this 6 has to be here. Cool. We got this one. We got this one. This 6 has to be there. That's a 1. And so the only thing left is the 7. So, oh, this has to be here, and this has to be here. There we go. Crossword! We figured it out! Look at us go! Good job, everybody. I apologize. That might not quite clarify. It's okay! It's hard to explain mine, too. You explain yours, and I'll explain mine. I don't even understand my powers. I don't really get why I have them. For my whole life, I've been a normal, everyday girl. Oh, we're gonna get the flashback. I've always loved the elegant beauty of pixel puzzles, but they're only brain teasers. I would never have called my skills magical. Alright, time for cinema again. Get ready for cinema. Alright, cinema in 3, 2, 1. Great, and there we go. Cinema achieved. We can skip through this part. I think we understand it. Alright, let's see what his deal is. What did they say to him? Nothing sounds crazy when you're a member of the Puzzle League, my dear. Though it's quite curious, a similar voice also spoke out when I was granted my own powers. Though instead of saying,
Strike down that which does not belong,
I was told to,
connect the disparate pieces into one.
and then voila! I met chess and the rest is history. It's perfectly alright if you don't understand your powers. The Puzzle League is in the business of figuring things out, as you say. That catchphrase sounds really embarrassing when you say it now. Oh? I found it cute. Oh, they're into each other. We're starting a polycule. Oh, look, there's my house. I should run away now. Good evening, Pixel Girl. Thank you. For walking me home, I mean. Anytime, Pixel Girl. Just say the word and I'm yours. Yours. Yours.
And I'm yours?
How can he say that with a straight face while looking so cool? Time to go to bed and never wake up because I am so embarrassed. Oh, big day off could have been better. I was kidnapped, but I was also rescued. Yep, time to visit everybody else. Okay, let's see. We have already visited Crossword. And we visited... so we visited Crossword and Chess. We got 2 left. Boop. Let's see what we got. Oh, we're gonna visit Picea. Alright, let's see what Picea has to say. I don't think anyone would mess with me if I was with Picea. Though we might get a couple of stares. What am I worried about? I'm a superhero. Everyone's eyes are always on me. Picea, would you walk me home? Whoa! You want me to take you home this quickly? Picea is best piece. Maybe you should buy me a butter chicken curry first. A wink. Sorry, I meant just to walk. Well, dinner would be fun, but maybe this weekend? What I'm trying to say is, just teasing, sweetie. Let's rock and roll. I actually hope that evil villain pops up again. I'd give him a taste of my fists of fury. Yeah! Ouch. Yeah. Oh, this is the trash can again. That's funny. That poor trash can. It never saw that kick coming. I'm a master of hand-to-hand combat, you know. I trained for years atop the icy mountains, fighting bears, cougars, and the occasional lost hiker. Can you do hand-to-hand combat without hands? That's what training is for, sweetie. I also spent a few months learning the mystical karate arts in a glass dome under the sea.
Oh, who lives in that glass dome under the sea?
I don't believe in things like limitations or the laws of physics. You're one of a kind, Paisia. I wish that were the case. What do you mean? Paisia. I'm just an ordinary alien from the puzzle planet. Excuse me? On my homeworld, everyone is just one piece in a greater puzzle. We have a very strict caste system. Ooh. Our leaders are the corner pieces, followed by border pieces like me. Legs count as tabs, apparently. At the very bottom are sky pieces. They're really hard to tell apart. Isn't that puzzle piece discrimination? Exactly! I couldn't live with such injustice, so I ran away to this lovely planet to serve up truth, justice, and love. Wow! Alright, is this love? Doesn't look like love. What do we got here? It's a 1. Okay. All 1s down here. 2's already done. 2 and a 6. Okay, so that is -6, 1 on either side. So 1 here and 1 here. Cool. So this must be a 5. And this must be a 4. This must be a 4. This must be a 5. And this must be a 6. Okay. 2 and a 6. This is done, so this has to be the other one, which means this is a 6. And let's see, we got a couple of 2s around here somewhere. We've got 2 8s, and this is as far as this can go, so these must also be full. Oh, it's Paisia! Look, we did it! Yay! I don't know why she looks like that. That's kind of weird. It's like a Pac-Man. She's kind of like a Pac-Man now, I guess. Pac-Man. It sounds nice having such an elaborate backstory. My powers are hard to explain. I don't really get why I even have them. My whole life I've been a normal, everyday girl, and then we get cinema. Waiting for cinema. Cinema in 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Cinema. There was a big light, and then a bunch of stuff was said. It was all really important. But then I had to wrap it up because it was time to return to your story. Really? Yeah. I got my powers from an underground laboratory in my high school when I was bitten by a radioactive puzzle piece. But I thought you were from the puzzle planet. Powers Powers are powers are powers. It's not about how you get them, but how you use them. And I use mine for good. I don't really understand her, but I think Pycea means well. She's always pushing forward with a smile on her face. Face? Body? Is her whole body one big face? Look, why is she turned on by this? Why is this a kink? Look at her. Is her face one big body? This is messed up, man. I can't stop blushing. Have I been staring at her body this whole time? Do I seem rude? I wonder if I'm breaking some Puzzle Planet custom. Am I a Puzzle Planet perv? Sweetie, you've got that look on your face again. How'd you read me so easily? No one's safe from my psychic powers. Yeah, you can sit on all of it. Damn. Seriously? Don't worry, sweetie. Puzzle Planet pervs are my specialty. Holy shit, they're into it. They're both into it. Is she flirting with me or making fun of me? This is where you live, right? Once again, Pycea keeps her promises. You seem safe and sound to me. Oh, thank Pixels we're here. You know where to find me if you need me, or where I won't be if you don't. I'll take care of you anytime. Thanks, Pycea. I really appreciate... How is she already gone? Maybe the proud people of Puzzle Planet developed the power of teleportation. All right, and recap time. Recap. We already know what's happening. And now we have to talk to Sudoku, but it's really important that we spin the picker, even if there's only one choice. All right, who do you think it's gonna be, chat? Spin, spin, spin. My God, what a surprise. It's Sudoku. France! God damn it. It's not France. And it's probably not Italy or a baguette, but it could be. All right. Let's go talk to Sudoku. She seemed the most normal. If I remember correctly, Sudoku lives near my neighborhood. Maybe I can walk home with her. I'll just ask. Her? Did she walk out already? Wait for me! Hey, Sudoku, wait up! I'm headed this way too. Can I walk with you? Oh, sure, I guess. Oh yeah, no, this is going well. Uh-huh. Yep, this is great. They're really killing it. She's walking awfully fast. Seriously, how's she walking so quickly in those shoes? I can barely keep up with her. Such chemistry. Wow. Wait, do I have the wow thing? Hold on. Do I have it? Nope. Okay. We are gonna have to see if we can find wow. Wow.
Wow.
That's not the one I was looking for. I think it's this one. That's the one I was looking for. But I like this one.
Wow.
I'm gonna have to save this for later. I'm sorry, Sudoku, but could you please slow down? I have a raid to get to. A rave? Like a party? No, a raid. Like an MMORPG? Where you and a bunch of people complete a dungeon together? Fight bad guys? Video games? Common textbook terms? Sorry, I only do pixel puzzles. Figures. But I bet it's interesting. What kind of game do you play? It's called Sweetheart Safari Online. Oh God. S2O for short. All the characters are animals, and you join guilds called zoos to protect each other from enemy attacks. This is the most Cassie-coded MMO I've ever heard of. The classes can be hard to grasp at first because they're all animal-themed, but it's fun once you get it. I play a tiger tank, so I'm always on the front lines, but my guildies are really good about supporting me, in-game and out. I want to play the pigeon. Our healer even designed my superhero costume. She's got this way with fabric. It's a fun enough game for a time sink kind of thing. Your friend designed your outfit? That's so cool. Whatever. It's too frilly for me, honestly. Your look is super cute. I couldn't get away with wearing anything like that, but it suits you perfectly. I just wear this costume because it seems like the sort of thing a superhero would wear. She's one of those tsundere types, isn't she? It's not like it really reflects me or anything. I mean, how can I capture my essence when I don't fully understand my powers? I don't get why I have them in the first place. And for her whole life, girl, etc. And then suddenly there was some cinema that happened. Da-na-na-na, queuing up cinema. Cinema in any moment now. Oh, look, there's some cinema, but all of a sudden, this happens. Oh no, not the cinema. And then some really impressive noise happened. It might not sound true, but I believe it. I probably sound crazy. I also heard that voice. It told me,
Create order from the squares of chaos.
I guess that makes sense to me. Since you guys are all a bunch of squares. Got 'em. Oh, this is a unique one. Yeah. Guys, he's gonna be so angry if I miss one of these. We gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Lock in, everybody. Lock in. Oh, it's a Sudoku puzzle. All right, fair. I get it. I get it. You heard the voice too? I think we all did. Except maybe Paisia. I don't think that part poking out of her is an ear. What is it? It's nice to know we're not alone, right? Life would be way harder if we didn't have our friends. Maybe. I don't know. She looks so serious. Maybe I said something wrong. Or maybe that's just how her face always looks? We've arrived at my apartment accident-free. Cool. Wait, Sudoku? Will you be okay getting home alone? Resting bitch face. I'm okay on my own. And she's gone. She does have a game to get to. Maybe I'll check out S2O later. Alright, well... She's the only one we didn't get a clear crush on, which is unfortunate. I was hoping to crush slightly harder. But that's okay, we met everybody. Ooh, we got some bed puzzles. Wait, that didn't sound right. Phrasing. Yeah, it'll be fine. Alright, we got a 10, 0, we got some 5s. Yep. So we got that. Let's see, this has to be a 1. Those are both 1s, that makes sense. Got a 1 and a 5, got a 7. Okay, so 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we got that. This is a 1, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So these are done. This is done. These are not done. What else do we got going on? This is a 1, so this is complete, and this is complete. Which means the 5 can't go here. Do they have marks for this? They do have marks for this. I can start using those. Neat. It's like Minesweeper. Alright, so can't be one there. Can't be any here. Can't be any here. What else do we got? This is a 3, so these are all done. This is also done. This is done. Okay. So, what else do we got? We got a 3 and a 1. We can't fit a 3 and a 1 here, so this is done. This is a 1, so there can't be any here, or here, or here, or here. These are all 1s. And that's done, and this is done. What else do we got? Oh, well, that helps that. There we go. So that's that piece. And is there anything else over here? We got a 3, which means that this can't be it, because we already have our 1. We already have our 1s here and here, so these 2 are full, and that's done. And this was a 5, so that's done. And this is a 5, so that's done. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, a 5. Ah, I need to undo this. This is a 5. There we go. That solves that problem. Okay, so 3, 3, and 5. There we go. Oh, it's bedtime. Look what we learned, everybody. We learned it was bedtime. What's this? Bunch of zeros, okay. Stop that. Alright, we're gonna start using these now, because it's actually vaguely challenging. Okay, let's see, what else do we got? That was a 1, these are all 1s. This is a 4. Okay, this is a 1. That is a 5. This is a 2. Okay, we got a 3 here. These are all 3s or more, so we definitely have all of these. We can't have any of these. And this is a 5, which means we need to fill all of this. Okay. And this is a 5, which means we need to fill all of this. This is a 6. How is that a toothbrush? That is not how toothbrush go. Let's see what we got over here. Oh no! We're doing 15 by 15s now. Okay. So this is everything except for 1. Looked like 1 to me. Nah, you and your toothbrushery. Okay, what else do we got? That's not a problem, so this is a 12 total. I'll worry about that later. This is a 10 total. This is a 12. So if this is a 12 and we currently have 14, that means there can be 2 on either side. Cool. That helps with a lot of these. These are all 1s. This is a 9, so this has to go all the way here. Great. That's a 2. This is a 2, this is 2, this is a 2. Which means those all have to be locked off. We don't know what that is. This is a 4, which means that these are done. Cool. Gives us a little more information there. This is a 9. So we got that. And there has to be at least 1 gap. 2. This is a 1. These are all 1s. Okay. These are all 2s. Great. This is a 2. And that's a 2, so that has to go there. This is a 4. Which means that these must be here. This is a 1. What else do we got? Oh, they give us so much time now. Ooh. That's handy. Somewhere here we got a 5. This can't be part of a 5, which means this must be the 12. And then at least those 4 are full. These are 1s, so that's fine. This is a 2. Cool. What else do we got? Alright. I think this is bread. This looks like bread. Why is it bread? So somewhere in here is a 5. We've got 6 in here. So all but one of them will be covered. These... Pillow? It could be a pillow. I struggle to find it pillowy. Alright, this is only 1s. This is only 1s. Yes, this will be a 1. This will be a 1. This, less clear. This is probably a 4 here. In fact, it almost certainly is a 4. Which means that is lit up. This is 1, so that... Oh no, what did I do? 2... Oh, did I make an error somewhere? If that's an X... Oh, we're missing a 1. Where did I make an error? Now we have to think. Oh no. Well, this is right, and this is right. Is one of these an error? No, these... Oh, this is where the error is. I went too fast. There's a 4 here. That's where the other one is. Which means these are here. Cool. So that's a 1. Great. 2 and a 1. This is done, which means this is the 4. So this is done, and this is done, and that is a 5, right? Yep. So this is done. And this is done, and that's a 5, and this is done, and technically I don't know that this is here, but it's almost certainly there. Oh, is this a house? How could I? I don't know. This looks like it might be a house. Okay, 2s and 1s. So this is done, this is done, and this is done. Given that does not solve our problem here. This is done, and this is done. These are 1s, so that's done. Can that technically still be there? Possibly. 2 and a 1. That technically could be here. This has to be here. Great. 3, 4, 5. Cool. That solves these. And these. That means that these can't be anything. Which means these must be something. Okie dokie. This is already a 14. So that means this is here, which finishes this part up, and this is done. This is probably the only one, right? Oh, are there 2 here? I guess there are. Which means that this is done and this is here. It was bread! It was bread! It was toast! Is she eating toast at night? I guess that's fine. I guess that's normal? I don't eat night toast. Alright, so this is an 8. Cool. Bed snack. Delicious bed snack. This is a 3, this is a 2. Cool. Okay. That makes sense. Oh no, I need to do it that way. That makes more sense. Okay. That's a nope. That's all we can have there. This is all we can have here. This 1 is already done, and that's a 2, so it's either here or here. That's a 2. This is a 2, so it's here or there. Could be here, could be there. Yep, that's all I know. This is done. This is a 2. That's done. This is a 1, which means the next one is a 3. Yep, can't go there. What else do we got? This is a 6, so we solved that problem. This is a 4, got that. This is a 3, got that. This is a 3, can't be there, must be there. This can't fit a 2. So this must not be it, which means this is here for the 3. Bed snack, very normal. Doesn't seem very normal. For there to be 2 2s here, there is only one way that it fits. So we have to do that. There's your 3. This has to be a 2. And then this is a 5. So this is a 1, this is a 1, and then this is a 5. There's your 4. That's a 4. This is a 2. This is a 2. This is a 2. This is a 3. Oh, it's a tree. It's a bed tree. We love bed tree. All right, 15. Easy. Easy. 10s. That solves that problem. 1 1 1 4 4 4 1 1 1 1 1 8 and 1. Cool. Going this way. It's not enough room, not enough room, not enough room, not enough room. One of these. 15. That's pretty easy to deal with. This is a 1. These all start as a 1, so these are gone. This ends as a 2. So this has to be here. Which means this is done. Hoos! I like a hoos. Everybody likes a good hoos. Okay. This needs to be a 2. Which means that none of this can be anything. And none of this can be anything. This is already our 3, so there's nothing here. This is already a 3, so there's nothing here. This can't fit a 2. This is a 2, so there's a 2 somewhere in here. This is done, because we already have a 1 and a 2. Stop that. This already has a 1 and a 2, so that's done. This is a 2, this is a 2. Alright, so somewhere in here is a 2. Boop. Somewhere... This is done. Okay... This has to be a 2. Which means that's a 2, which means there's nothing there. Cool. Let's see. Somewhere up here is a 3. Somewhere... This is a 3, 1, 2, 1. So this has to be a 2. So this is done. And somewhere here is a 3. Somewhere here is a 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oop. 6, 7. Which means that's not it. Cool. That's 1. This is a 2. Which means this is done, which means there's 1 here. Is this a house again? This is a house again. Oh, wait. Were you guessing for this one? I guess you were. Oh. Oh. Alright, we got that. There's a 2. This is going to do the same thing, right? Yep. There's one here. There's one here. This is done, and this is done. We're going to, like, staircase up this thing, I think. Yep. Staircase. Oh, this is also the staircase. Probably same thing here. That's 2, therefore that's 2. This is done. That's 2, so this is done. That's done. This is a 7. Bam. This starts with a 1. This starts with a 3. Chimney time. Hoos! Hoos! Are we awake now? Is morning? I'm the first hero at Puzzle League HQ this morning. Early to bed, early to rise, keeps cocky young heroes from early demise. Suddenly, I find myself overwhelmed. With just a few minutes of unrestricted access, I could do anything. Like nap on the couch, or help myself to all the snacks. I could even mess with Chess's beloved corkboard. That actually wouldn't be very heroic, but it would lead to some high-class hijinks. I'll just take a peek at what crimes he's currently investigating. The mayor sleeping with who? That cad! Good morning, fellow heroes. Why, hello, Chess! I was just doing nothing suspicious at all! Were you checking out my corkboard? I was checking it out with my eyes only, and definitely not my hands. Scandal. They'll turn those inquisitive eyes back towards yesterday's mystery. And then also watch my keen intellect bring your kidnapper to justice. Talking about kidnapping this early in the morning, Chess? That's more of a lunchtime conversation. There you are, crossword. Exactly 3 minutes and 47 seconds late. I always arrive precisely when I mean to. 7 across. Tolkien. Good morning, pretty puzzle peeps. Sorry I'm late. I picked up Sudoku on my way here. Hello, police? I'd like to report another kidnapping. There's no such thing as kidnapping between friends. Oh, we're getting into CNC territory now. Good job, P. Now we can begin the meeting. Oh, goody. In response to recent villainous acts, I think it's time we expand our patrol routes. Patrol routes? You mean hanging out at the mall? No, Sudoku. It's time we stepped beyond the confines of the mall. I want us patrolling the entire city. Between the 5 of us, we can keep the streets safe from all manner of crooks. Last night, I took the liberty of compiling schedules for all of us. And I paired us based on optimal power compatibility. First shift will be a solo Pycia, crossword and Sudoku, and Pixel Girl and myself. We would all work just as well with Pixel Girl, but your proposed schedule pairs you two together exclusively. If compatibility is the concern, why aren't you and I ever paired together? I think we're compatible enough. No, the math is in and you are wrong. You and Sudoku both fill in squares. Perfect match. Can't do any better. Let me look at your algorithm. I'm sure I could nudge the numbers along. I just want to show the newbie around. The oldest team member and the newest have to team up. It's very logical. I don't care who I'm paired with. Whichever way maximizes our justice is fine by me. It makes more sense to rotate partners regularly. We have an odd number anyway. Does it matter who is physically with who? We're always in contact thanks to our high-tech communicators. You mean our cell phones? Communicators! Just because you gave us these weird branded phone cases doesn't mean... Wait, I just got an alert. Something weird is going on. Somebody turn on the TV. Not in the middle of the meeting, Sudoku. Shut it, Square. This is serious. Look. Folks, we're reporting live from a baffling scene at the Skyway Strip Mall. A massive tower has appeared out of thin air, wedging itself into the mall's parking lot. The structure is impossibly tall, defying all traditional logic. We're gonna take the copter in for a closer look. A puzzling tower appears out of nowhere. A mysterious villain steps out from the shadows? Isn't this exactly the situation we wanted? But for all our talk of superheroics, we're just sitting here in silence. Yeah. I'm not big on Chess's incompatibility with boundaries. That's fair. Are we gonna do something about this? Of course we are. My great foresight led us here, didn't it? It's our destiny! That might be taking it too far. I agree with Pycea! I mean, I don't know if it's destiny specifically, but this is what we've been waiting for, right? We'll take on the challenge together! I couldn't have put it better myself. I mean, I definitely could have, but you're allowed to give a noble speech every once in a while. Emphasis on once. All for one and one for all. Yeah, okay. Puzzle League, let's move out! What? Ooh, cinema. Now, what do we have here? The appearance of the puzzle tower, right on schedule. Maybe I won't need her help after all. I knew this world belonged to me, and I won't stop until the gods themselves hand it over. The classics are good. The classics are good. 5 minutes later, and we're already back at HQ. Here's to wasted effort. We were totally excited to go down and help, but then the mayor asked people to stay away for a while before the police set up a perimeter. Well, all right. We have to learn about perimeters real fast. All right. That. Nope, I didn't mean to do that, but it worked out, so we're gonna say that's fine. That means there can't be one there. Cool, we got lucky. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing here. Okay. Nothing here or here. Wait, is that right? No, that's not right. I'm an idiot. I'm a fool. Oh, but because this is here, that means we can go there. That's good. There must be a 3 on this side, so something like that. There must be a 2 on this side, so nothing, but something like this. This starts with a 3, which means here and here. That's a 1. Cool. What else do we got? This is a 3, a 4. So many puzzles. Who likes puzzles anyway? Okay, so this can't be anything. This starts with a 1, so something could totally go there still. What else we got? 3 and a 4. Not really teaching us anything there. Nothing there. 2 and a 3. Okay, so this must have a 2 in it. And that also needs to be there. Which means this needs to be here. Cool. 3 and a 2, which means this can't be anything. What else do we got? What do we got, chat? What do we got going on? Let's see. Somewhere up here is a 4. Somewhere down here is a 4. We know that. There's a 2 and a 3 somewhere in this nonsense. We need to eliminate more things. We must eliminate some things. How do we do this? You're telling us where we still have hints that could help. Can this fit a 1, a 3, and a 2? Yes. So I can't eliminate this. 2 and a 3. So this only has a 2 and a 3. Alright, so if this only has a 2 and a 3, if I had the whole thing, I could be... Alright, I can go this way. Let's see. 2 and a 3 total is going to be 6 spaces. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I have 8 spaces. So the 3 could be any of these spots. It could be all the way up here. Could be all the way down there, but that means this must be 1. That's good. If this is a 1, I could technically still fit a 3 here, so that's useless to me. I don't know anything about the 2. If the 2 could be up there. So that doesn't help me. What else do I know? This could be a 1 and a 3. That makes sense. Oh, there's a 6 here. That is helpful. We didn't do anything about that yet. There. That solves some of that problem. Which means that this must be the 3, which means that nothing can be here. Aha! Aha! We are learning. We are learning. Okay. So this must be the 3. And this must be the 3, which means this is a 1. Cool. And somewhere up here is a 2. What else do we got? 1, a 3, and a 2. 2 and a 3. 4 and a 3. Oh, wow. We're running out of time fast. Ah! Ah! Why are we running out of time so fast? Did we misclick something? This feels incorrect. We're gonna get wrecked. Oh no! Oh no! What do we do? Help. It's a skull! It doesn't look like a skull. Oh no. We got a game over. We suck. And do it again. Begin a puzzle? No. No. We must have missed something. Because this should be easier if this is so fast. So we must have missed something. This already feels like I'm doing better than last time and missed something. Okay. So that's helpful. Then these have 3s. Can't figure that out yet. 2, 3, and a 1. There's 10. So that's 5, 6, and then 2. So there's an 8 here. Gotcha. Gotcha. Doesn't help me much. Ah, but this does. So we've got a 3 and a 2. So we can figure this out. That helps. And then because this is a 3, we know these have to be here. Same over there. All right, this is making more sense now. Good. Let's see. So if we got that, nobody is filled yet. What can we do over here? I could make an educated guess, but I don't think we need to. Make it Germany! Alright, well, if I assume... Well, yeah, so this has to be the 3. If I assume the 4 is as far as it could possibly go, then the 4 is here, or it's 1, 2... Yeah, so these 2 have to be part of the 4. And that's also going to be true over here. So that helps some. Let's see. Can we make any similar assumptions over here? Not yet. All right, so this would also have to be part of the 4. So if we were all the way here, so this has to be part of it, and this has to be part of it. Okay, we're getting there. We're learning some stuff. Let's see, what else do we got? 2, a 3, and a 1. This could be a 1. That would work. And then this would then be a 3. We're gonna make a guess. Cool. Guess paid off. Alright, so if I were to play that over here, then we get this, because it's probably symmetrical. So we know that. So this can't go here. And this can't go here. Cool. Which means that this is 1, and this is 1. Which means that that's done, and that's done, and this is a 3, and this is a 3, and then this is done, and this is done. Okay, and then there's a 2 in here somewhere, and then this is a 3, which means that's there, and that's there. Cool. We already have our 1, so that's done. We already have our 1, so that's done. Cool. And that's done, and that's done. And what else do we need? This one's tough. 4. Cool. So that has to be there, and that has to be there. And so this is a 2, which means that's done. This is a 2, so that's done. Cool. So that means that this is like that, and this is nothing, and this is nothing, which means we get one more here. And then this is a 2. And where are we? There was something else over here. This is a 2. And that's done. All right. And this is a 2, so that's done. And this is a 2, so that's done. 3. 3. This is done. That's already a 3. All right, we're close. This has to be here. Crap. Which means this has to be here. Which means this is done, and this is done, and 4. So where does this one go? Crap. Yeah. All right. Guessing. Cool. Where's the last one? No, it was right here. It was right here. Ah, I had the last 2. It was a big no sign. No. No. We figured it out. No. I don't want your pity. This is like such a sudden increase in difficulty. Why would they do this to us? Alright, we know all of this. Right. And so we already also know this. And based on that, we know this. And based on, we also know this. Cool. And we know, what else do we know? We know there's a 4 somewhere over here. If I were to put a 4, yeah, these two would be overlapping. And because of symmetry, these two are also there. Great. And we're going to have a similar situation here. So that has to be there, and that has to be there. And what else do we got? Let's see. We got a 1, a 3, and a 2. There was some other symmetry nonsense we had going on. I know it. I know it. What do we do here? Let's see. We know what it is. We just don't want to misclick because we'll be in trouble. We will be in trouble. So if this is a 1 and then a 3, so that technically can happen, but my recollection is it doesn't. And this is the same guess we made last time. We used this as a guess in order to speed things up. And it helped because that gives us this, which gives us this. That significantly speeds things up, which gives us these things. And then gives us, we know these, which means we know these, which means we know these. Cool. That's a big speed up, which means we know this. Which means we know this. Which means we know this and this. Which means, what else do we got? This is, we know this, we know this. We know that's a 2, so these are done. Which means we know these. Which means we know this. Which means we know this. Which means what? This is a 2, so we know these things. And we know this. Cool. This is a 2. This is a 2. Alright, I think we're on track now. We're going fast enough. This'll probably work in our favor. So we know this, and 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 this. Let's see, what do we got that's... Oh, okay, so we have now solved this 6, which helps a lot. This is a 3, so we've solved this one, so we've solved this 6, and then we can just tell that these 2 go here. Cool! We did it! Yay! We'll do anything to make out with our friends. We don't want to get in his way. I guess we'll just wait things out for now. From 60 to 0, just like that. Yeah, MJ, you're gonna love this character. They're totally normal. First try! Definitely first try. Emergency medical staff are now treating 4 people who suffered injuries at the scene of the crash. 1 citizen has also been reported as missing. If you have any information on their whereabouts, please contact... Missing? A couple people probably got swept up in the chaos and scattered. I give them an hour to turn up. Hopefully. Even humans can get lost in the cosmic couch cushions of reality. It's true. I hope everyone's all right. Chess looked troubled. I can't blame him. I'm starting to feel anxious myself. As long as I can remember, we've never had anything worse than petty crime in our city. Does this new threat have something to do with us? And our mysterious, sexy powers? Chess, are you all right? You look pale, more so than usual. Get it? 'Cause you a white boy. I'm the leader, after all. Let's try a pep talk. Okay, team. We haven't had much crime to fight lately. I mean, this is more of a natural disaster than a crime. But heroes aren't all about fighting criminals. We help people whenever they're in trouble. Here's an order from your leader. Let's go look for that missing Ahem. Good morning, puzzle peeps. Bring your attention back to your TV screen. This is a special broadcast for the self-proclaimed Puzzle League. I warned you, Pixel Girl. You're clearly not interested in cooperating with me, even when I asked very nicely. Interrobang! What is this guy's problem? Therefore, I'm undergoing a little career change. I'm shifting from villainy to construction work, and this city is cleared for demolition. I'll bulldoze your hopes and dreams to build a new world just for me. I thought I'd start by small place... Blah. Excuse me. I thought I'd start small by placing this puzzle tower here. Yes, that is what it's now called. Don't ask me why I chose the mall. It's definitely where I intended for this thing to show up. To stand as a home base, where I will start my illustrious legacy of destruction. So then, Puzzle League, the gauntlet is thrown. You have mere days to surrender and forfeit your lives. Only then will I consider sparing the potentially evacuating the innocent civilians of this city. Maybe I'll build them a resort island if you give up in the next 40 minutes. And don't even think about trying to break in here. This place is locked tight, and I now sit invulnerable. Seriously, I can't figure out how to get out of the front door. I'm getting a little claustrophobic. I await your formal written letter of surrender, Pixel Girl. Otherwise, the destruction will continue. Whether I want it to or not. Ellipsis. It's the villain again. Now he's threatening the city? Just to get back at me. What did I even do? Why does he think he knows me? 11 down, a feeling of unease when faced with a terrifying unknown. Uncertainty. More like 5 down by the looks of More like 5 down by the looks of it. There we go. I guess we weren't the only ones to get our powers from the heavens. Or the hells. Yay, satanic powers. We're coming back on the air after being interrupted by a pirate signal broadcasting from inside the tower. No idea how it managed to sweep the airwaves, but we're still dedicated to providing coverage of the day's events. We have an update on the missing person case. No longer involved in the puzzle tower incident, the missing man actually just lied to his wife about going to the mall to buy gifts for his son. He was found drinking at the local Snapplebee's and has amassed quite the tab. Hope your kiddo's 4th birthday goes well, you two. Oh, rough, man. Yeah, probably satanic. Puzzles seem pretty satanic, right? Ellipsis. Ah! TV time is over! Hey, Jess, 2 deep breaths, okay? All right. All right. I, Jess, have surveyed the situation and can make 2 very astute tactical observations. You're actually using a plan this time? But improv is your specialty. No, I've always been like this. Number 1, the villain has clearly marked himself as our adversary and is trying to disband us through use of nefarious force. Number 2, since he hasn't actually done anything seriously dangerous yet, it's not too late to stop him. Well spoken, Chess. Therefore, as our leader/dictator/president, I propose the following moves. Puzzle League to the tower. Puzzle League to Villain's command room. Villain to jail. And finally, Puzzle League to Snapplebee's. That's some black and white thinking I can get behind. Team, I just want to say, I'm sorry. I don't know why this villain wants anything to do with me, and I only just met him yesterday. But just so you know, Pixel Girl, stop. None of this is your fault. This probably has nothing to do with you whatsoever. Maybe not you specifically, but with all of us. Our powers were given to us by a mysterious force. And while we haven't had to actually use them for anything useful, like ever, now it seems like the villain can use them too. So let's beat this guy down and get it over with. Then maybe we'll know why we have our powers and we can finally be heroic. Well said, Sudoku. Let's beat up the villain and get featured on TV. That is almost definitely not what I said. Shall we investigate then? If we step out now, we should arrive just as the police are taking off for lunch. We'll provide what's lacking, while law enforcement's slacking. I'm feeling better about this, guys. Thank you. Let's hop on public transportation and make moves like real heroes. All right. Is this a bus? I'm guessing this is a bus. I'm going with bus. 3. So 1 minus 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. Cool. This has to be a 1. This has to be a 6. Yep. Cool. And what else do we got here? This is 3. This is an 8. Bam. Nice. It's a bus. A bus and butt. A button bus. All right. So based on where this is, this has to be a 1, which means this has to be a 3, which means this is lit up. This has to be a 5. Cool. This only contains 1s. This has to be a 1. Cool. What else do we got? This has to be a 1. Not necessarily this one, though. This has to be a 3. And then this has to be a 1. This has to be a 1. This has to be a 1. What else do we got? This has to be a 2. Which means this is our 6. Which means this is part of a 2. Which means this is a 4. Which means this is a 1. Which means this is a 3. This is a 7. Nope, not what I wanted. Go away. 6. So that would be that. And this is done. And what do we got? So that could be a 3 and that could be a 1. So we can't make an assumption there yet. This is a 3. That's 1. That's still a 2. This is 1. And then this has a 2 and a bunch of 1s. That has to go here. Oop. So that's our 3. This is our 2. That means this needs to be a 1. This has to be a 1, which means this has to be a 3, which means this is nothing. Is this a whale? What is this thing? Explain, please. That's already our 7, so we're done here. 1, 1, 3. 1, 1. This has to be a 2 and a 3. So here's our 6. Done. Here's a 6. Bam. There's the 2. And this is a 1. And we have a 1 and a 5. What do we got here? This has to be a 1, which means this is done. And this needs a 1. Did it! Subway! It's an eldritch horror. Good, loud, and incorrect guess. Remember, everyone, you encouraged to loudly and incorrectly guess at everything. Just a reminder. Let's see here. All right. Ellipsis time. What's going on? Oh, we're on our way to the tower. Eat fresh? Fair. We're heroes. What is this loading bar for? Oh, there we go. That makes more sense. To the tower. Good chunk. Chunk and or chunk. That door sounds very locked. All right. It's very locked. funny. Any chance one of us heroes is also a locksmith? Or maybe a master jewel thief? I can't do much with a lock I can't even see. I hope your skill with lockpicking is merely recreational, Sudoku. What kind of hobbies do you think I have? Please, I'm not judging you. We all need a bit of time to remove our costumes and remind ourselves what it means to be normal. I'm sure Chess only takes his helmet off when he's in the bath. Ignoring that... Look, if we don't have a way to get into this tower, then we have no way of bringing the villain to justice. Innocent lives are on the line. Think of all the birthday parties that hang in the balance. As I get closer to the tower, this tingly feeling inside of me grows. Okay. New kink unlocked. It feels like when I first got my powers. Or when I get into a really good pixel puzzle solving groove. Yeah, that's what I thought. Maybe if I just reach out and touch it. Fools! You may have marched right to my front door, but I've taken my welcome mat away. Metaphorically, of course. While I'm at it, I'll set a different novelty mat that reads, "Go away!" Metaphorically again. In this situation, the impenetrable lock on the tower door is the novelty go away mat. Villain, no more games! You almost got innocent people hurt. Give it up. I can't even stand our own wacky antics, let alone someone as unhinged as you. There's no love in our hearts for a villain. All of you, hush, hush. There's no point in wasting your breath. Please, save all that breath. Now that Pixel Girl is here, all she has to do is join me. Alone. And then the two of us will be off to a remade existence of my own design. Meanwhile, the rest of the Puzzle League will be placed ever so tenderly in some sort of pocket dimension, where nothing can hurt you, and you can skip around and play all day without ever having to worry about life's problems. I don't want to work with you, villain. You kidnapped me and ruined my day off. And now you're threatening my friends and the people who live here. I have pixel puzzle powers, sure, but I'd never use them for the wrong reasons. Why don't you come down here, villain? In a 5-on-1 match, the Puzzle League would be glad to see your 7 across showy behavior, often meant to impress. Bravado. I do like those odds. We have enough heroes in the to corner him. In other words, we'll end you. Try as you might, that door is locked up. The puzzle tower will serve as my solitary chambers until Pixel Girl enters willingly. She can't take along playmates. This isn't a cooperative game. If you're so set on getting her in there, then why'd you lock the door? No one can get in. Or out, unfortunately. I mean, you'll never apprehend me from out there. If you really want me, you'll have to break in by force. The clock's still ticking, Puzzle League. The next time I strike without warning, innocent people will be hurt. Team, huddle up. This is clearly not going the way any of us intended. And we need a new strategy, fast. Oh, we have to go off screen? Okay. Ooh, teleports. I like teleports. But let's investigate. Okay. That door is locked and we need a key or some way in right now. Any ideas? I'm sure a local law enforcement would be of some assistance. Before I joined the League, I was involved with the police. Did it involve handcuffs? All right, there. Settle down, Sudoku. Maybe it involved a cash bounty. It involved nothing of the sort. I simply have contacts inside the police force. Great thinking. Let's talk to the police while the villain is still tossing out empty threats. Anyone else? On that same note, I might as well head to City Hall. The villain can't have just appeared here. He must have left a paper trail we can track. There are public records I can request for us to dig through. City Hall's probably swamped, Sudoku. You'd better head there right away. I know, my raid's at noon anyways. I feel like going on an adventure too! Yeah, Paisia. Any extraterrestrial points of view you can show us? I'm sure I can get to the top of something. Don't people normally get to the bottom of things? If I were a person, I probably would. Right. I think I'll head to the library and do some research. When your family is too poor to own a dog, you can always depend on the comfort of a dog-eared book. And I'll, you know, all of your ideas sound pretty good. And I'm still the newbie hero, and with the villain being still at large, Hey, Pixel Girl, breathe easy. The villain has his sights set on you. As heroes, we're supposed to defend others, and each other. So from here on out, you're going to be assisting the whole team. That's called the buddy system. It's less restrictive than the friend zone. Paisia is a freak. Thanks, team. I'm still feeling dizzy from the shock of it all. The vertigo I'm getting from the puzzle tower isn't helping either. Puzzle peeps, we can't let some venomous vagabond get us rattled. If we really do peep as much as we claim to, then let's flip right to the back of the book and look up the solution we need. I don't think we want to be seen as peepers, but I'm all for the right solution. Let's move out. I'll go with... Well, time for the wheel. Whoa. The puzzle maze is now unlocked. Solve bonus puzzles and unlock new themes. Use the button on the right to visit the maze. Wait, oh, there's Paisia. Okay. Where's our rotato? Okay, we gotta fill this up again. We've got Paisia. We've got chess, Sudoku, and crossword. Alrighty, let's see where we end up. All right, we're going with crossword. Off we go. Bam. Crossword said he was going to the police station, right? I'll go with him. Pixel Girl, will you accompany me? I'd much appreciate it. The ellipsis of doubt. Crossword's so quiet right now. It looks like something is bothering him. What can I do to help? I know! A joke! Everyone loves a good joke! Hey, Crossword, did you know that French fries aren't really from France? Yes. You're supposed to say, no, where are they from? But I know where French fries originated. They're from Greece! But get it? Actually, the modern French fry hails from Belgium. Though the French dispute this, claiming dishes cooked as early as 1775 is the true French fry. No, I mean Greece, like, you know. Greece sounds like Greece? No, we have to explain it in puzzle form. That makes sense. These freaks don't understand anything else. Alright. Bam. We are a puzzling. Bam, bam. Okay, so that's a 3, which means that ain't it. And this is a 1. Boop, boop. And we got a 5. And there are 6 here, so we get all of them. Cool. Which means this is a 2, and that's a 4, and this is a 1, 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 and this is a 2, and this is a 1. Cool. And this only has 1s, which means this has to be there. And this is done, and this is a 1, and this is a 2. No, this is a 3. This is a 3 and a 2 and a 1, which means the only way this fits is like so. 1, 1, 1, 1. This is a 2, so these go here, these go here. Fried in grease! You liked it, did you? You're such a connoisseur of spectacular jokes, Cassie. You never tell lame or strained jokes at all. Oh, wordplay. I see. What a delightful use of 10 across. 2 words alike in a sound but not in meaning. Homophones. I suppose I can be a touch literal at times. It's okay. Plus, you're talking again. Well, she's blushing. She's getting hot and or bothered. Were you worried about me? My apologies. The morning's news was difficult to process. It's true that no one was hurt, but just the idea that someone could be hurt because of us is troubling. Ellipsis. Better change the subject. Is this the right way to the police station? Isn't this the way to City Hall? City Hall is the police station. It's also the post office, the fire department, the Department of Motor Vehicles and Permitting, and the local branch of Chocoholics Anonymous. Is that literal or sexual? Is that normal? Definitely not. Citytownopolis has always valued efficiency, and efficiency over reason. Why have 12 buildings that only serve one function when you could cram all 12 functions into one parliamentary palace? You're so civic-minded. Ooh, the civics, they just do something to me in my nethers. Do you think the police will just tell us everything they know? They do like to keep their secrets. But that's what a puzzle is. A secret meant to be uncovered. Me too. Besides, we have a secret of our own. Oh? Is it the secret kiss we're about to share? What is it? Myself, of course. I have a bit of a history with the police. No way! Don't tell me you're a part-time private investigator. Yes. I've always had a knack for solving mysteries. Whoa, that's so cool. Even before I was granted superpowers, the police would call on me whenever they were stuck on a case. I recall a series of seemingly random robberies that had them stumped. Once I plotted out the crime scenes on a map, I realized they were forming a particular geometric pattern. I correctly predicted the location of the next robbery, and the police arrested the ne'er-do-wells the following day. The criminal ended up being the high school math teacher who had stolen a priceless golden ratio. I can still hardly believe the purveyor of knowledge would turn to a life of crime. You're like Sherlock Holmes! Well, alright. Now we have to be horny about Sherlock Holmes. We could probably do that. I believe in us. Okay, 6. Yes. Okay. Good. And does this have the same problem? No. All right, what else do we got? Okay, that's good. Oh, and this can't be there either. We're learning so much. It's a hat or a pipe? Is it a hat pipe? Could be a, which is like a half pipe, but you know, part hat. Okay, so they're saying we can get something out of this, probably from the 8. So if there's, let's see, this is a 1 and 8 and a 1. There are 2 empty spaces, so this whole thing takes up, what you call it? The whole thing takes up 12 spaces. So that means there's 3 on the side. So 1 space and then an 8. Yep, and then a 1. Okay, so these have to be full because of the 8s in the center. This is likely a 2 based on what we are seeing. This has to be some kind of 3. This has to be some kind of 3. You can't fit a second 3 down here, which means that these aren't anything. And same over here. This is a 2, and this is a 2. Here we have a 3 and a 3, so we can learn that. We know this can't be here, and that this has to go here. This is not the 1, so this must be the 6. The farthest that can go down is here. So that means these 2 have to be 1, and these can't. And this can't be 1, and this can't be 1. Let's see. So we know these are here. Let's see. What else do we got? This is the 2, so nothing can be over here. Oh, we know this is a 5. And we have 6 here, so we can do this. This is a 6 and we have 7, so we can do this. That means these are done. That means this is done, and this is done, and this is done. Cool. And that's done. And what else do we got going on here? Somewhere down here, there's a 4. Right, here's a 4. So we got that, this, and this. This is done. This is an 8. So that could be 4 more, which means that go there. And this is 5, so this can't be 1. Wait, that doesn't make sense. So this is right. Oh, because there's an extra 1 somewhere. I understand. Okay. So this, in fact, has to be this way, which means this has to be here. 3, 6, 7 could be on either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you can't be here and you can't be here, which means this is the 6. That's a 2 of some description. That means this is also a 6, and that's the 2, and we put this here. And these are 1s, so we're done with this. Great. Why do I have so much time for this one, and we only had 5 minutes for the other one? That doesn't make any sense. I don't like it. Okay. So, I think you're right with hat. I'm feeling hat on this one. I'm feeling hat. Okay, we got a 5 in here somewhere. So we've got 5 and 3 extras. So there could be 3 on either side. Which means those 2 have to be connected. Which means this one can't. This has too many 1s for this not to be a 1, and that's a 2. So that means this also must be a 1, which means this has to be nothing. Which means this has to be 1, which means this has to be 1, which means this can't be 1, which means this has to be 1, and that's 1. Let's see. The claim is we got some clues over here. This would have to be a 1. Let's see. What else do we got? The claim is there's a clue here. There is, in that there's no more of those. Which means this can't be it. And this can't be it. Which means this has to be it. Which means those two are possibles. Which means that these are both ones. And that's a 2. Let's see. This is a 2, so this has to be a 2. Which means that's a 1. That is a 1, and this is a 2. Let's see. This is 3. We solved that one. This has to be a 2. There's only one way 2s fit here. Cool, which means this has to be a 1. Which means this has to be a 5. What else do we got? Alright, there's 2 1s here. This has to be one of them. And that means that we are done with this. That means this has to be a thing. And what else do we got? We've got a 3 here, so that's done. 1, 1, there's one more 1 before the 2, so that has to be it. This is just 2 1s before the 2, which means these are done. And this is done. That has to be 1. And these are done. And this is a 2. And that's already a 2. Yeah, this is definitely the hat. You got that one. That's a 1 and then a 2. So these have to both be good. There's your 4. Okay, and then we've got a 6 and a 1. So that's done, which means this is here. Which means that's done, which means that goes there. Which means that goes there. And not that. And not that. And not that. And we are done with these. 1 1 1 2 1. We messed something up. Oh no, we didn't mess something up. There's one here and one here. There we go. Hat! Hat! We did it! Good job, team! Exactly like Sherlock Holmes. Does the rest of the league know that you're an ace detective? No, I like to keep it quiet. Humility can go a long way towards building trust. We're all equals in the Puzzle League, even if Chess thinks he's in charge. I wouldn't do anything to risk that. Don't mention it at the police station either. Some of the officers are bitter about cases I solved right under their noses. No need to cause unnecessary trouble, right? Chad, I think he's lying. I think he's a liar. I think he's trying to impress the girl. Sure thing. And then there's the station. All right, I want to know more, but it is getting a wee bit late. So I think we're probably going to call it here today. Just jump on over. I have so many buttons I got to press now. So many buttons I got to press. This is crazy. There we go. And let's bring our music back in, shall we? Oh, boy. I don't know. That was getting pretty hot and heavy, everybody. Who's your favorite? Are we fans of the awkward but clever and very charming crossword? What about the gruff but quite cute and helpful, competent Sudoku? What about the blowhard but good at heart chess? Or the strange alien freak Pycea? Who do you believe in? I have an admission to make. I think I went like 100% Pycea the first time I played this. Because I think she's just the biggest weirdo. I love me a good weirdo. Pycia, we stand. We do stand, Pycia. Well, the month of love will probably continue next week. This is pretty fun. I don't necessarily see a reason to stop playing. We'll see. But yeah, I had a good time. Hope everybody else has a good evening and a good weekend and a lovely Pride Month. So I will catch you all later. Have a good one and goodbye.